All right, good morning. All right, so go ahead and make your way over to your spot if you're not there already. And we'll start briefly in a seated position. So find a comfortable seat for your body, which might mean sitting up on a cushion. It might mean sitting up on your heels with your knees bent, or you could be sitting with your legs out straight if crossing your legs isn't comfortable. And we'll just start by drawing the palms together in front of the heart. Interlace the fingers, press the palms forward and up. Begin to reach up through one hand and up through the other side, left and right a few times, gently tugging on your fingers and sensing all the way down each side of your body. All right, as you release your hands, let them come to rest on your thighs, and we'll do what's called a seated cat and cow. Turn to the side a little bit so you can see a bit better if you haven't done this before. So as you inhale, you'll take chest and belly forward, so you're really pointing your tailbone back in space and the top of your head back in space. And then as you exhale, tuck your tailbone under, round your back, and bring your chin toward your chest. Again, with your inhale, chest and belly go forward, head and tail reach back. Exhale, tuck and round. All right, one more like that. Breathing in and breathing out. Now, as you come back to neutral with your spine, so a little bit more upright, take your right hand across to your left leg and your left hand towards the floor behind you. If it doesn't come all the way to the floor, maybe you have a block or a cushion that you can rest your hand on. And then take a breath in as you lengthen tall. And then as you exhale, begin to twist over toward your left side. As that left shoulder moves back in space, turn your head to look back, and then turn your head back towards the right. And then allow your head to continuously turn a few times, side to side, and checking in with your neck. All right, so as you guide your head back to center, let the torso untwist, and then we'll take the twist to the other side. So left hand across to your right knee, right hand towards the floor behind you. Inhale, grow tall, and exhale and twist toward the right. Right shoulder moves back, head turns. And then once again, let your head continuously turn from side to side, continuing to notice and sense all the places within your neck that might be a little bit tighter or a little bit more asleep, so to speak. Perhaps this is morning for you when you're practicing, or maybe you're practicing later on. But each time that you come to practice, notice how you're feeling as you do it. Take another breath or two. And then begin to unravel back to center. All right, so the main focus of practice today will be a more gentle version of sun salutations. So let's go ahead and start coming to a standing position at the top of the mat. All right, so as you come to the top, we'll just start with your feet about hip distance apart. Could be a little bit wider, could be a little closer, really just depending on your natural stance and what feels comfortable for you today. All right, so as you inhale, sweep your arms up, join your palms above your head. If your neck is okay with it, look up towards your thumbs. If your head is not okay with it, just keep your head at neutral. And then as you exhale, fold forward over your legs. Let your knees bend to start. Let your head release. Take another breath in and come up halfway. So your hands slide up to your shins. You lengthen your torso. Exhale, fold again. We're going to step our feet back into downward dog. So take a couple of big steps back with each foot, and then take your hips up into the air. Now, as you inhale, release down to your knees and drop your belly. Just like we did seated, we're going to do cat-cow here. Then exhale, tuck your tail round your back, chin toward your chest. Another inhale as the belly drops, head and tail lift up. Now, as you exhale, tuck your toes, lift up into downward dog. Inhale, step forward. Once there, lift halfway up. Exhale as you fold over your legs. Inhale to stand. Sweep your arms out and up. Join your palms above your head. Look up if it's comfortable. Exhale, release your arms. So we'll do this a few more times. Inhale, reach up. Look up if it's comfortable. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, step back, downward dog. Inhale, release to your knees, drop your belly, lift your head and tail. Exhale, tuck and round. Again, inhale, belly drops. Now exhale, downward dog. Inhale, step forward and lift halfway up. Exhale and fold. Inhale to stand, nice and slow. Reach up, look up. Exhale, release your arms. All right, one more like that. Breathing in. Breathing out, folding forward. Breathing in, halfway lift. Breathing out, down dog. Inhale, release, drop your belly. Exhale, tuck and round. Once more, inhale, drop. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, step forward. Lift halfway. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise. Reach your arms, look up. Exhale, release your arms. All right, last two times. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, release your knees, drop your belly. Exhale, tuck and round. Inhale, belly drops. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, step forward, lift halfway. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, release your arms. All right, last one. Inhale, reach up. Exhale and fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, knees down, belly drops. Exhale, tuck and round. And inhale, belly drops. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, step forward. Lift halfway. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, release your arms. All right, so from here, we'll turn and step wide on the mat. Turn your toes slightly out, and then just begin to bend your knees as you kind of squat down a little bit here. Your thighs are going in the same direction as your feet. So for a lot of us, when we start to bend the knees, they're going to want to tip in, but try to avoid that. Press your knees back in space so that you feel your hips engaged to help support your hips in this position. So gluteal or hip muscles engaging to pull the knees back in space. If possible, relax your toes here. And then adding to this, take the arms out, bend the elbows, point the fingers up, and then press your elbows back. So elbows and knees all push back. Take up lots of space. Feel the breath flowing in and out of the body. All right, now straighten your legs, release your arms, and then turn the right toes all the way out towards the short edge of the mat. Turn your left toes slightly in. So this right leg is externally rotating and this left leg is internally rotating. All right, so with the legs in this rotated position, take your arms out over your legs. Turn your head to look over to the right. Take a breath in. And exhale as you bend your right knee. Again, as you inhale, straighten. Exhale and bend. And one more inhale, straighten. And exhale and bend. And then pause here with that right knee bent. Both arms extending out from the shoulders, fingers spread wide apart. Looking over to the right. Let your gaze focus on your right thumbnail and breathe. All right, now as you inhale, straighten your right leg. Exhale, release your arms. Let your feet come to parallel to each other. Pause for a breath or two before we move to the other side. And then turn your left toes out toward the left. Turn the right toes slightly in. Again, your legs are rotated in sort of opposite directions. Your left leg is rotating out. Right leg is rolling in. Take your arms over your legs. Look to the left. Take a breath in. And exhale as you bend your left knee. Again, inhale, straighten. And exhale and bend. One more like that. Inhale, straighten. And exhale and bend. Now pause here with that left knee bent. Arms reaching out from the shoulders. Spread your fingers wide. Let your eyes focus on your left thumbnail. As your eyes are focusing on that left thumbnail, can you still feel all of your right fingers reaching back behind your head? Sometimes we pay more attention to what we're looking at, but sense both of your hands, even though you're looking at that left thumb. Take another deep breath. All right, inhale, straighten your left leg. Exhale, release the arms, parallel the feet for the moment. All right, so we'll do a standing breathing practice called breath of joy. So in this breathing practice, you breathe in 3 times and out 1 time. So in through the nose and then out through the mouth. And as you're breathing in, you'll take your arms forward the first time you inhale, out the second breath in, all the way up on the third breath in. So that kind of thing, 3 quick inhales. And then as you exhale, you'll bend your knees and sweep your arms back in space. This is sometimes done coming all the way forward. But if you have any blood pressure issues, just keep your head upright. And I like to do it upright anyway, because for me, it feels a bit more like chair pose to come to here. So for me, it's more interesting to do it this way anyway. So that's what I typically teach. All right. So standing with your feet about hip distance, maybe a tad wider. Landing into awareness of your feet and their connection with the earth. Let's begin. Last breath. And now pause, folded about halfway forward with your forearms resting on your thighs, your knees a little bent. Feel the breath come back into a natural and easy pace and volume. All right, rise back to stand. Step near the back of the mat. Again, with feet about hip distance apart. Breathe in, find your chair pose. So arms come up, the hips go back. Now, as you exhale, fold over your legs, walk out to downward dog. All right, we'll pause in downward dog this time. So we did just about 10 downward dogs during those 5 sun salutations, but we really just paused in them for half a breath. So take several breaths here, really connecting to the unique sensations of this shape. And notice where you feel sensation. Where is your attention being drawn to in this moment? All right, with your next in breath, rock forward into plank pose. Drop to your knees, lift your feet so you're in knee plank. Take another breath in. And then as you exhale, bend your elbows, bring your hips, your chest, your head to come and rest. On the floor, release your feet. Take a couple of breaths, feeling the support of the floor. All right, now bring your arms down alongside your torso. Take a deep breath in as you lift your head and your chest, lift your feet, lift your arms, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Your palms might face each other, or you might experiment with different rotations through your shoulder. Maybe you point your thumbs out to the sides, or the palms out to the sides, or you can rotate here as you are continuing to lift your head, your heart, your legs, your arms, just sensing into the shoulders as you let your arms rotate here. All right, another breath in and out. All right, feet come down to the floor, bring your arms forward, and then take your elbows underneath your shoulders. Flip your palms up and then squeeze and release the fingers just a few times. All right, turn the palms back down, lift the chin up, drop it gently toward your chest. Again, lifting up and dropping toward the chest. One more time, chin lifts up and drop toward the chest. All right, now as you lower your heart down to the floor, push back up onto hands and knees. Once you get there, step your left foot out to the side. So your left foot is essentially directly out from your hip. And then with your hands underneath your shoulders, we'll do a few rounds of cat and cow in this position. So as you inhale, belly drops, head and tail lift up. Exhale, tuck and round. Again, with your inhale, belly drops, head and tail lift. Exhale, tuck and round. And then one more, breathing in and breathing out. All right, with your torso coming to neutral, pick that left leg up, cross it over the right leg, drop the left toes over toward the floor on the right. Spin your fingers out to make your wrists a little more happy here, and then curve your spine toward the right. So you're peeking back at your left foot. All right, come back to neutral, knees back underneath the hips. Now, in between sides, we're going to drop down onto our elbows and do what's called dolphin pose. Very similar to downward dog, but you're on your elbows instead of your palms. So from this hands and knees position, drop down to your elbows, elbows under shoulders. Hands come together, interlace your fingers. And then you want your shoulders to be strong here. So we're not going to be dumping or collapsing into the shoulders, but rather pushing down into the floor. So you feel your shoulders engage, arms are strong. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, head drops into the space between your arms. Again, your forearms are pressing down into the floor, your hips are lifting up. Now, just like downward dog, you might have straight legs, you might have your knees bent depending on comfort. Couple rounds of breath as your chest and belly are moving toward your thighs. You might imagine that your hands are moving away from your feet. You're pressing down and away from the feet. All right, one more breath. All right, release down to your knees. Come back up under your hands. This time, right foot out to the side, directly out from your hip. 3 rounds of cat-cow here as you inhale, belly drops. Head and tail lift. Exhale as you tuck and round. Twice more, breathing in. And breathing out. And one more inhale. And exhale. All right, with your torso coming back to neutral, pick that right leg up, cross it all the way over to the left side, dropping the toes there. Spin your fingers out, and then curve your spine to the left. So you're picking back at that right foot. All right, another breath in and out. All right, as your torso comes to neutral, bring your legs back together. This time we'll have our big toes together and knees apart. Move your hips back towards your feet and then fold over or between your thighs. Now, as you come into child's pose, you might rest your head on the floor. You might cross your hands and rest your forehead on those hands. As you come into this forward fold, really let go of any remaining tension or effort in your body as much as you are able. Feel the freedom of breath flowing in and out of the body without restriction. Noticing where you expand and where you relax. All right, take one more breath. All right, and then after that breath, bring yourself back into your comfortable seat. All right, so as you come to your seat, we'll bring our palms together in front of the heart. As we bow to the light within ourselves, we also bow to the light within each other. Thank you for practicing with me. See you Saturday, perhaps. So, at least for the month of March, I'll be doing 9 a.m. on Wednesdays and 8 a.m. on Saturday. So, bye bye.